One of the most common techniques currently in use for depicting BDD scenarios is the three amigos. So let's start with the story. A tester, a programmer, and a product owner walk into a bar, and we have that approach that actually is responsible for bringing three very different perspectives into a team discussion. And the first perspective is the first amigo, that is a tester, who thinks about how to break things. So every time a tester looks at the software product, should keep the perspective of how will I break this software. Basically, the tester will come up with lots of scenarios, sometimes covering some obscure edge cases and sometimes covering very important ones that no one else had thought of. The second perspective is the second amigo, is of a programmer. And a programmer usually should be very concerned about how to make things. So we'll typically add steps to scenario just to clarify the questions about what exactly should happen in each one of the steps. Finally, the third amigo is the product owner, and the product owner should care basically about the scope of what is being defined. So, when the tester thinks of scenarios that eat edge cases, the product owner doesn't care about. But she can tell the team to drop that scenario that is out of scope, or the group, as a team, can decide to test it with unit tests only, for instance, because testers can look for and can uncover many scenarios. Okay, and some of them might not be feasible due to marketing issues and time to market pressure, and the product owner should look at it. When the programmer explains that implementing a particular scenario will be complicated, the product owner has the authority to help decide on the alternatives or to drop that scenario. Many teams practicing BDD have found that this approach of the three amigos is a great way to partnership for trashing out gherkin scenarios, and the whole team is involved and believes and understands what is being discussed and created. You don't have to stop at this approach, at the three amigos. Invite your team's user experience specialists or operation staff, for example, and especially this is quite true and makes all the sense if the feature being discussed will affect those user experience specialists or operation staff. BDD is basically TDD done properly, as a word of advice from Matt Wine. Some key points to take away from this module. BDD stands for Behavior-Driven Development. BDD creates a shared understanding by discussing examples. BDD promotes collaboration. Gherkin is a domain-specific language that promotes BDD. Cucumber provides tooling support for Gherkin and BDD. Gherkin has a small number of keywords. It's easy to learn and use. The Three Amigos approach is frequently used as a technique to promote BDD scenario creation. Thank you for your attention.